How many feet per second faster is my bow gonna shoot? So we got our 80-pound mods. We're gonna bust out the Rangecraft and see how many feet per second we get for difference on how fast this bow's shooting. Set that there so you guys can see it. So before we were at 70 pounds, we were shooting, I think, 268.8 average, 269. We're gonna see what going to 80 pounds, adding 10 pounds, still shooting the same arrow, 400 I think they're 436 grains to the Ultra View 1Ks. So I've got a 27-inch draw length. That's why I went to 80s, because I've got a short draw length. I'm shooting a longer axle to axle bow. We're gonna try and speed this thing up just a little bit, because I would like to be a little, I mean, the 280s is what I'm shooting for minimum, especially at this weight of an arrow. 269, I didn't really like the speed of that. Let's see what this thing does. Minimum of 285.1 and a max of a 286.1. We've gained a sizable chunk, 15 feet per second to, right in there, 15, 16 feet per second. Average of 285.6 on those 5 shots. I think just for fun, I'm gonna shoot one of these. That's a Carbon Express Maxima Red, and I'm pretty sure, if I can find one, 388 grains. So, we'll see the difference between a 434 or a 436. I think they're a 436 down to archery. I don't know if you guys have one of these Rangecrafts, but these things are pretty sweet. The price, pretty comparable to the Garmin's, and I do a little bit of reloading, so I use it to see, kind of dial in some ammo. 304. That is screaming fast out of my bow. I'm pretty happy with that. For only having a 27-inch draw length, I can't ask for a whole lot. I know I'm gonna be slower. Shooting an arrow that's 436 or 434 grains, I know I'm not gonna be fast. I wanna be as fast as I can and as accurate as I can. Now that I got these mods put in the other day, we had a really nice day today. I wish I'd gotten out and shot. So I'll probably shoot a little bit here in the shop tonight, try and get maybe 20, 25 arrows in. I will say going from 70 pounds to 80, there's a noticeable difference and drawing back, and I think I'm gonna get a little tired a little bit faster here, so this is gonna be good for me. Hopefully, once we get to stretch this thing out, it'll shoot really good at distance. I know that my sight tape is gonna change a lot. What the feet per second says on the sight tape, I know they're not accurate at all, because I think I was shooting a 284 feet per second sight tape right now, and I was only actually 269 feet per second before. So maybe we'll be up in that 300 feet per second sight tape, and I do know that it's a sizable difference. I may gain like a good 10 yards from 90 to 100, somewhere in there on my sight tape. It's hard to draw back compared to the 70s, I'll admit it. Originally I had 70-pound mods with 85% let off, and I actually went with the 80-pound mods with 80% let off, so hopefully we'll bring in the accuracy, dial it in a little bit. They say 80% let off's a little bit better than an 85 for accuracy. It's a little more to hold. We'll see.